Thank you all so much. Apparently they're recording this. Watch what I say. So thank you for sharing your leadership with us. In addition, I would like to thank Lindsay and her staff very much for taking care of us exceptionally well, helping us lead and navigate through these interesting waters we find ourselves in. But I'll tell you, we've got a great partnership. Thank you, Lindsay, and please thank all the staff as you see them. We can't do it without you, for sure. So membership by the numbers. Let's talk. We have 430 business partners. That's a pretty goodly amount of business partners. Shannon, our chair of the Business Partners Committee, we appreciate all of our partners, and I think we all mean that. We all have these different connections, our own tripods, and then reaching across different aisles and teaching each other while competing is something very special, you guys. I think it's amazing that we can do this, and I think we are so lucky we have 430 of them. Thank you for leading that team, Shannon. All right, currently we have 5,263 realtors that are members of our association, over 5,263. So that are representing 798 individual brokerages and 50 branch offices. We're a pretty big deal here, people, you guys. I mean, come on. This is, we're growing and it's magnificent. We've got 39 realtor appraisal firms, 532 MLS only brokerages, and those brokers hold their realtor membership in another Florida Realtor Association. And within these offices, there are 770 agents that subscribe to our MLS. We've got the good stuff and they're willing to come and pay for it. So I'll tell you what, I am very happy about this development. I joined the board because I felt like our MLS wasn't up to par. And I'll tell you what, we got some heavy hitters on that MLS committee, and it makes a great big difference on how we're perceived. And that lands us right here. That is Mrs. Laura Lewis, the chair of your MLS committee. It's very, very impressive. So when you do the math, we are providing some level of service for 7,034 people. 7,034 people are connected to this. And all these people in here, most of the people in here are leaders in this very large group. It's very impressive. Financially, your association is sound. We have a line item allocated for reserves for the replacement of our major assets. We have a mortgage on our building at an interest rate of 4.5%. And that interest rate is the main reason we haven't paid the building off. We have not had a dues increase since the late 90s. We have not had a dues increase since the late 90s. Not a lot of places can say that. And that was just when we did, it was $1 to round up the payment, okay? Annually, the association has an audit by an independent CPA, and our budget and finance chair is Mr. Rusty Mel. Thank you, Rusty. We really appreciate how we have learned and grown together about our budget. It's not just one or two people looking at it. We are a full house and we're full of knowledge, and it makes us stronger. As far as meetings go, so far this year, we've held the following. Hold on to your hat. We have had 100 committee meetings. We have had 100 committee meetings. That's a lot of work, you guys. That's crazy. We've had and held 28 events. We have had 75 educational offerings. Thank you, Kathy. And we have had 35 MLS training offerings. So we want you to be educated. We want your people to be educated. We like an educated consumer. We know more than the educated consumer. Let's bring this house where it needs to be and continue on this educational path. It makes us stronger together. Professionalism and Education Committee, under the leadership of Tammy Christofoli. Tammy, where'd you go? She's way over there. This year, they offered an engaging, informative way to learn best business practices, professionalism, and network with interactive discussion, panels, and next level realtor series. Tammy, you're knocking it out of the park, and we're very proud that you're a part of this. Thank you. In December, we are launching the Coast to Coast Data Share, along with Daytona Beach, Jacksonville, St. Augustine, St. Johns counties, in conjunction with FBS, which is our Flex MLS. And this is for an improved state-of-the-art API data share that's more efficient, scalable, and eliminates many of the downsides of the large regional MLSs. We believe this will be a beacon to other associations in Florida and around the country in the future. We will be hosting a series of town halls and training sessions to prepare for the launch of this data share. So this is very exciting. We're at the forefront of business models or what's happening in associations, local associations, turning and sharing regional resources. I think we're going to find we are way ahead of the game and very excited about what's to come. A few weeks ago, we launched the single sign-on dashboard, which provides secure and efficient access to the products and services that are provided with your Space Coast Association Realtors membership. This eliminates the need to remember multiple passwords. In addition to Flex MLS, we offer 18 ancillary products to facilitate your business needs. We have 18 products. I'll tell you what, Eric Larkin and the tech committee have really knocked it out of the park past couple years. Eric, thank you for your leadership and your guidance. We're showing up faster, stronger, and smarter, and we are really so strong in this arena, and I couldn't be happier. That was Lindsay and her staff to make sure that single sign-on service went over smoothly, and we had a couple of hiccups, but they managed it like pros as usual. So thank you for making this possible for us. All right, so we don't need to continue to pass on those mystery passwords. And all of these products and services can be accessed in one convenient location. Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, the DEI committee. This is our first year having a DEI committee, and they've been hard at work creating the framework for future years to build off of. This year, they hosted a panel discussion, Conversation with a Purpose. I don't know if you attended, but this was a hard-hitting, most needed conversation that we started. So we're more than excited to continue this work on the DEI committee this year for its inaugural year. So this panel created a safe space for members to talk about initiatives in the real estate industry and our community, business, and personal growth. And the dialogue was truly amazing. And I encourage each and every one of you to come to the next panel. Commercial Investment Council, chaired by, again, Mr. Rusty Mel, who's very popular this year. He's also our corporate treasurer, and they meet on the first Monday of each month. They host dynamic speakers like property appraiser Dana Blickley, and host a commercials haves and wants marketing session at each meeting. Your association has been awarded the Platinum Commercial Services Accreditation from the National Association of Realtors for our commitment to providing commercial services and engaging our commercial realtors. And I really attribute that to Mr. Rusty Mel and his crowd, because I do feel that we are leading the way in commercial, and he's showing up to prove it. So Rusty, thank you so much. We have new product offerings. Forewarn, a safety app that launched at the end of August. And coming soon, we will be launching List Track, which provides analytics on how listings are performing on the internet. Save the date, October 13th will be our next Members with Benefits Day, and you can learn all about the products to help assist your day-to-day business. Again, thank you so much to our Tech Committee Chair, Eric Larkin. Project Prom and Waterway Cleanup event are two very prominent events we host for the community. This year's Project Prom event held over 300 students who came to the association to choose from over 1,300 gently used dresses, gowns, 500 men's garments, 300 shoes, accessories, ties, belts, and we can attribute that to our community outreach committee. And the leader of that committee is our favorite, Samantha Seelig, is the community outreach chair. Thank you so much for your service. We make such a difference in our community, and that hits from the kids to grandma who's raising a teenager. So you know what? We really take so much pride in that, and you should know that we all shine in your light for taking care of that and making us look so good. Thank you. And cleaning up the waterway was amazing. And if you have an opportunity, please come out and join us. It's the truckers thought we were great. They were very communicative. But I'll tell you, it was a hot day and there was over 65 people out there, and from companies in this county that I have never met up with, I saw out there, and I was so happy to see everybody working together towards a common cause, which is our waterways. We care about it and we act like we care about it. So thank you again for that leadership. It matters so much. Our Brevard Children in Need Committee, chaired by none other than Mr. Mike Artelli this year, has currently hosted 2 comedy nights and is full steam ahead prepping for the Brevard Children Annual Gala fundraiser that is fast approaching on September 22nd at the Cocoa Beach Oceanfront Hilton. We still have a few tickets available. So a $100 raffle ticket purchase gets 2 people into the event, free beer, wine, soda, and appetizers. That $100 donations gives you the opportunity to win one of our 3 cash drawings. One for $10,000, one for $2,000, and one for $1,000. So there's a lot going on during this event, lots of drawings, chance to win jewelry with the purchase of a purse in an auction. And remember, all proceeds stay in Brevard County. This is a really big, fun event. Please support it. Get your $100 in. See Mr. Artelli. See someone at the board. You see any one of us, we'll connect you with a person who can get you a ticket. Come on in. It is a blast. It runs all night. And we have one who is carrying a ticket carrying member. Please see Melanie Dunlap. So we also have our charitable foundation. In 2012, we started a fundraiser to benefit Brevard County's children and families in need. In 2016, we formed the not-for-profit Space Coast Association of Realtors Foundation. And to date, we have raised over $1 million. Many hands make light work, because that is absolutely amazing. Our charitable foundation president is Candace Mulvaney. Candace. Yay, there she is. She's back there. And our board members are Gina Daly, Rose Street, Omar Capellan, and Melissa Goldman. So far this year, we've donated the following agencies that primarily focus on families and children. This year alone, we have contributed $100,000 to the following: $5,000 to Family Promise, $10,000 to St. Stephen's Way, $5,000 to South Brevard Sharing Center, $10,000 to Brevard Prevention Coalition, $5,000 to Get Too Attached, $5,000 to Friends of Children of Brevard, $5,000 to St. Francis Reflections, $20,000 to Habitat for Humanity, $10,000 for Ways for Life, $5,000 to AMI Kids Space Coast, and $10,000 to Neighbor Up Brevard. We should all be very proud of our Realtor family. Thank you so much for being a chair of this committee, this board, and I'm sure that we're making a huge impact with all your work. Thank you. Absolutely. We'll get that for you. It is. It's very impactful. And it's things that are happening that people attribute to you, that she's doing, that he's doing, that she's doing, that you're doing. But they see that Realtor, and that's you, and that's you, and that's you, and that's you. So of course we'll get you that. and we'll scream it from the treetops. RPAC results. Annually, our RPAC goal is based on the number of Realtor members and is calculated by a fair share goal. Our 2023 goal is $139,928.73. To date, we have raised $107,041. We are at 76% of our goal. Give it to yourselves. We are really almost there for our industry, for ourselves. We're investing in each other when we invest in RPAC. We need your help to cross the finish line. By investing $20 in your profession, you're protecting our industry, you're protecting homeownership for all, and you're advancing the Florida economy. Our RPAC chair is Donna Tidwell. Donna knocks it out of the park every year. Donna? Thank you so much. Leadership Academy. This year we have 8 members participating in our Leadership Academy program under the guidance of Chairperson Tracy Hudson Francis and Vice Chair Nicole Febres Cadoro. These students have been learning about the inner workings of our association, national and state as well. It's a program I would highly recommend to all members of the association interested in Leadership Academy. Be on the lookout because we're looking for you right now for Leadership Academy, and I will be the Leadership Academy chair next year. So I'm double inviting you out. I'm throwing out the challenge. All right. Grievance and professional standards. This year alone, we've had 20 complaints filed and held 15 hearings for ethics violations and/or arbitration disputes. All complaints are originally reviewed by the grievance committee. We have 2 grievance committee teams, which are chaired by Jason Landy. Jason, thank you so much for your service to the grievance committee and your leadership and guidance with that. We needed your education and you stood up, and I really appreciate that. Stephanie Stepp is also one of our grievance committee teams as well. She's done a great job this year. It's her first year as chair. If the complainant warrants a hearing, it is referred to the Professional Standards Committee, which is chaired by none other than Melanie Dunlop. Melanie, please take. Melanie has sliced and diced this and brought us up to speed with some new stuff, some new programs, some new systems, and your education and leadership has helped us get stronger. So thank you, Melanie, for your leadership with Professional Standards Committee. Global Committee, our Global Committee chaired by Rose Street. Rose is right over here. Rose was also asked to fill in a board of directors slot for this year, and she has stepped in seamlessly and has contributed to the board of directors this year as well. And we appreciate you doing that very much, Rose. So you'll be hosting a Taste of Global luncheon and discussion panel on Thursday, September 28th from 11 to 3. Registration is $20, and that includes lunch. So here you'll be able to learn from a panel of industry professionals providing valuable insights on the latest trends, challenges, and best practices in global transactions. We're in Florida. Everybody likes to come to Florida, particularly foreign people. So at that point, we're excited to have the education to better serve them and have them become our neighbors. Thank you for your work. I don't think Miss Melissa's here. Our government affairs chair is chaired by Melissa Goldman, and this committee is responsible for mobilizing our members when a call to action is required to protect private property rights. This past year, we focused on short-term rental issues, along with conducting candidate screenings, and are in the forefront deals with rental restrictions throughout the state. So this is heavy hitting for us. We have a lot of second home people that live here. We are on the forefront of it. We're out there at the meetings, and come out there, come join us. Peggy Ward is your staff liaison, and she puts out any ordinances that are changing that may be important to your personal or business life. Pay attention. We all have a say, and she can get you to the right people and the right ordinance. Okay, so Young Professionals Network. YPN is chaired by Christina Griffin. Christina? This group of young professionals help their fellow real estate practitioners become more business savvy by hosting regular networking events, communicating with other YPN members, and sharing tips and tricks. Yesterday, they hosted a realtor safety seminar with Sheriff Wayne Ivey and keeping safety at the forefront for our members. So that was a fantastic seminar that we had yesterday on safety. You know what? We have to look out for each other, and to have a safety meeting several times a year doesn't hurt us one bit. YPN, thank you for presenting that for us and keeping us safer. It matters. Thank you for what you do. Business partners, they save the day every day. Who wrote this? Did you write this, Shannon? Well, it would seem like, all right, okay. All right, I'm just teasing you. We count on our business partners for sponsorships, making the member experience more affordable and enjoyable. And our relationship between these professional business partners and our realtors is so critical to a successful real estate transaction. We couldn't do it without you. It may not feel that way all the time, but we couldn't do it without you. That's a true story. So far this year, they've hosted a family fun bowling bonanza and appreciation roundup at County Line Saloon. Keep your eyes open for an email for a save the date. We hear our business partners are planning an extra special realtor appreciation party. So we'll just appreciate the heck out of each other, and it'll be a mutual admiration situation. MLS committee is chaired by, again, Mrs. Laura Lewis. She and the committee of 20 active real estate agents have a full agenda every month, from reviewing the rules for compliance issues to ensuring that our MLS data is accurate and easily accessible for our members. The multi-listing service is our daily business tool, and access to accurate listing information is critical. MLS is the only source guaranteed of compensation to our members. It's the tool we all use. It's the glue that binds. So we appreciate you taking on that hard task of being MLS chair. This is not an easy feat. And you have how many? 5,263 people asking questions, and you got to keep the rules straight. We appreciate that. It's a lot of brain work, and we really appreciate that. Thank you, Laura. Qualifying committee was chaired by Melissa Goldman, and the responsibility was to interview all the candidates who are interested in running for the board of directors to ensure they have met minimum requirements spelled out in our bylaws, which brings us to our election results. We had one item that required membership approval, and now I will give you the results of each. The bylaws require a quorum of 10% of the membership to vote. At this time, I'd like to ask our president-elect if we have a quorum. Carrie? Yes, to the Zoom people, Carrie said, yes, we have a quorum. This year, we had extremely well-qualified candidates, and we thank each of you for allowing your names to be placed in nomination. For the election of the board of directors, we had a total of 960 members vote, which is a 19% voting status. This is a very large status, and we are very happy. Continue to vote. Continue to have your voice heard. Continue to come to the board. Be a part of the solution. All right, and the election results are as follows. The next 5 people that they have been elected for 3-year terms is Mr. Rusty Mell, broker owner, Donna Tedwell, broker owner, Jackie Griffin, broker owner, Tammy Christofoli, and Omar Capellan, broker owner. So congratulations to the 2024 Board of Directors. We would like to take the time to thank the candidates again for allowing their names to be placed in nomination. That would be Rose Street, Natalie Derrick, and Pat Weeks. Thank you so much. Y'all made it real hard for these people. This was a pretty hardcore group, and you should be really proud of yourselves that you were in such good company. In accordance with the bylaws, the Board of Directors met this afternoon and elected the following officers to serve in 2024. So currently, your new secretary for 2024 is Ms. Donna Tidwell. Your 2024 treasurer, Mr. Omar Capellan. And your 2024 president-elect, Mr. Rusty Mel. Of course, the leader of that team will be your 2024 president, Carrie Ramage. All right, fantastic. So we'd like to open the floor to any questions, any Q&A that we have. All right, so I covered that pretty good. All right, well, unless we have anything else, anything from Zoom land? I don't see any hands up. We're going to adjourn this meeting. Thank you so much for coming, guys.